now the latest in the wide world of tropics. Tropical Weather Bulletin for May 27th. Starting us off on day 147 of the year, we have Tropical Storm Yaas, which made landfall in the early hours of yesterday morning. 26 storms in the year so far. Really nothing else to report worldwide. So, let's move over to the Atlantic. 5 days to go until hurricane season. It's all quiet here. No areas of interest are currently active. Let's hope this period of quiet will stay with us for quite some time. Moving over to the Eastern Pacific now, day 13 of hurricane season. As you can see, we have marked down 2 areas of interest, the most notable being 30%, the other one being 10%, which could form into a tropical depression or a tropical storm in the next 5 days. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Jumping over to the North Indian Ocean now, we have Tropical Storm Yaas, which has since weakened from a Category 1 system as it made landfall in the early hours of yesterday morning. No areas of interest currently active in this part of the world. But we have another area of interest, 99W, which we have given a 50% chance in the next 5 days. It should make its way over to the Philippines, and who knows at this point in time whether it will affect or it will just narrowly miss. Surprise! You weren't expecting this, were you? We have 92P, which has been designated a 60% chance over in the next 5 days, which will make its way from the coast of Papua New Guinea into the Coral Sea. Jumping over to the satellite imagery in the North Atlantic, as you can see, all quiet on the western front over here. No tropical developments expected in the next 5 days. In the Eastern Pacific, you can see the 2 areas of interest bubbling and churning, and we will keep a close eye on them as they develop. Over in the Western Pacific, you can see 99W just to the north of Papua New Guinea, and it should soon make its way over to the Philippines. In the North Indian Ocean, you can see how Yaas is going right now. A tropical storm which made landfall yesterday, and you can also see some areas of rainfall in and around the Myanmar area. Sea surface temperatures. The Atlantic appears to be warming up. The Bay of Bengal has taken a slight dent after Cyclone Yaas has made its input. The West Pacific is still relatively warm, and the Eastern Pacific is warming up. There's an area just below Mexico which is slightly warm and hopefully will continue to stay this way. Sea surface temperature anomalies. Now the Eastern Pacific is actually cooler than average. The Bay of Bengal has a small blip of below average, presumably after Yaas has moved through it. Much of the Atlantic is warmer than average, however there are some blips of cooler than average temperatures, and in the north coast of the Gulf of Mexico, slightly cooler than average, but the rest of the Gulf of Mexico slightly warmer than average. On this day, in May 27th, 2011, we had Typhoon Songda, which peaked on this day before it made impacts in the Philippines. Coming up next in the Atlantic storm names, we have Bill followed by Claudette, which hopefully won't be seen anytime soon. Over in the Eastern Pacific, we will have Blanca followed by Carlos. In the Central Pacific, surprise surprise, still waiting on Hone. Over in the West Pacific, on list 4, we are waiting for Choi Won, followed by Koguma. And over in the North Indian Ocean, we are waiting for Gulab, followed by Shaheen. Over in the Australian region, next up on the list will be Paddy, followed by Ruby. Over in the Southwest Indian, the next name will be Kanga if a system forms before July. And finally, over in the Fiji region, the next name will be Cody. Thank you for watching this Tropical Weather Bulletin. We will be back with another Tropical Weather Bulletin tomorrow night.